My name is Evan Harrington.
It's Buffalo Pepsi. You want to try some? Look at me. Buffalo Pepsi. Look at me. There's different flavors.
The biggest Jags fan of all time, Justin Bachman.
If you're not sweeping, you're doing it wrong.
To be biased, but Duval. I'm your host, Frank the Tank Lopez. I'm ready to fight a kid if it happens. If one kid says one dumb thing tomorrow about Baker Mayfield or anything, I'm punching a kid. Boom!
Mr. Brotherly Love here, Chris Giacobello. I know how to turn the mics on, Dan.
That's a good thing to know.
We got it. Progress.
I'm the First Lady of the Blitz, Emma Nosby.
Was it 14? Yes, Emma.
Anquan Bolden.
Anquan Bolden is a wide receiver.
No.
My name's Dan Dale, a.k.a. Double D.
You're quiet. I can barely hear you.
Why am I quiet? Why am I quiet?
Dan, you're quiet.
How am I ever quiet?
Here is The Blitz on 91.3 FM.
Live here from Buffalo State University.
Welcome into the Blitz on 91.3 FM WBOI Buffalo. Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by the Buffalo State Student Activity Fee. My name is Dan Dale, also known as Double D. And welcome in to a fantastic Friday. Oh, football was played last night. The quite literally the joy that was brought to my brain when I heard this is an NFL broadcast brought to you by. I was like, oh, it's getting there. It's there. Too bad they told me 8:15 was the start time and they didn't start until 8:40. What liars, NFL. Horrible liars. I'm not alone. I am joined by, with me in Studio A, Alex Miley.
Here.
Mr. Sports, Shot Clock Show, not Sports Talk. Shot Clock Show coming over a little bit.
Yeah.
Wanted to learn the board.
Got to get my producing skills up.
The board. It's like the Bears, but better. And then in Studio B, Joey Cheese.
Present and accounted for.
Mr. Chris Giacobello is running a little late. He just got to the school, so I imagine that he is running his little Philadelphia butt all the way to the studio. And he's going to be winded. And if he's not winded, I will be ticked. I need to see him go, I need it. I need it. If he's that late, if he's 2 minutes late, he deserves it. 5 minutes late, never mind. I looked at a wrong clock. 5 minutes late. He needs to be winded. Because now we're going into Frank the Tank late categories of late. And I know, Alex, you were not here for that period. Neither were you, Joey Cheese, of Frank the Tank telling me, hey, I'll be there in 5 minutes. 25 minutes later. Oh, I'm here. Oh, what a great time it was. How a great time. Miss that guy. Don't know where he is. Probably still hitting golf balls somewhere.
Like how Spike has this segment on the Shot Clock Show of where's Hassan Reddick.
Right, where is Frank?
Yeah, where is Frank Lopez?
I still say it that it's like Santa tracker, but I don't have a tracker. You just, they put him somewhere and it works. People believe it. But let's talk about that football game last night.
Yeah, I mean, last night was amazing. I had my 3 favorite things in the world. Alcohol, chicken wings, and football.
That sounds like a good time.
It was a great time. And then Mark Andrews decided he didn't want to catch any passes, or Lamar actually decided he didn't want to throw it to him when he was open. So then my night kind of went downhill a little quickly. Lost some bets because of that.
The Chiefs did win last night, 27-20. I gotta admit, the Isaiah Likely touchdown, or not touchdown, the cut off your toe touchdown. Honestly, I said after they reviewed it that he has to do a Steve Christie and just cut off all his toes, and that would have been perfect.
It was a Kevin Durant style when he had that 3-pointer called to a 2-pointer that would have beaten the Bucks in the playoffs. It was like the exact same thing. It was literally just like his toes were on the edge, and it's extremely unfortunate. But I picked the Chiefs to win
Hey, there you
So
go.
at least my record prediction, I'm 1-0 in the year so far.
There you go. I did choose Baltimore, so I am 0-1 just because I don't want to choose the Chiefs. I mean, at least for that game, I was kind of just like, I don't want to root for them in week 1. After, I'll be serious.
Yeah.
Now I'll be a little bit more serious.
Well, I don't want to choose them ever, but I've learned that it is I just end up being wrong if I bet against them, so I just stopped betting
fair.
again. I'd rather be right, I guess.
I mean, if you're betting money, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to fault you for putting $5 on the Chiefs to win. I mean,
Well, I had
it's
them in
money.
parlays, but
Well, yeah, I know. I
and
understand,
the one
but-
I was literally I needed like 12 more Mark Andrews yards from hitting, and then I would have won like $30. And then on Underdog, I needed like 40, like 45, like no, it was like 40 more Mark Andrews yards for me to win $100.
Yeah.
Because the other 3 lines hit. Because for the most part, a lot of the predictions I had in the game ended up kind of happening. A lot of the things I thought would happen happened, except for that. I was expecting a big Mark Andrews game, and he surely disappointed me.
Very much. You know, there is somebody who just appeared in Studio B. Man, are you winded? Your mic's not on yet. Haha. Chris Giacobello.
It's raining, guys.
It's raining?
Yeah.
Oh. I did not know that. So did you run through the rain?
No, I took a casual stroll.
You just took it like a guy who did not care.
Yep.
Well, your mic's
there's
off.
not
You
much
didn't care.
Not much I can do when I don't have an umbrella, so
That
it
is fair.
what it
That
is.
is
It
fine.
also wasn't raining at my house. It was like sunny, so yeah, I was not expecting that. But here we are.
There you go. We got work tonight too. I really hope
Heck
it
yeah.
does not rain. If
I'm
the
excited.
Bisons are in rain delay, I'm not
It's
gonna
gonna
like
be
it.
upsetting.
Oh, that's
Very.
right. You got to work the Bison's game
I
tonight?
do. Me, Chris, and another guy. So
Another guy.
and another guy who does not go here. But no, it's like the magic phone light has beamed. Oh, it did it again. I better answer it. You guys talk about the Thursday night game and Isaiah Likely's toes being out.
Well, going back to the toes being out, it was almost they were going to go for 2. They were marching 2 out there and going to go for the win.
Yeah, and I mean, it was unfortunate, but I mean, it was the correct call. Yesterday on the Shot Clock show, I had like 4 question marks going into the game that I was wondering, and basically all of them ended up like I was questioning whether Baltimore's offensive line could hold up. They played bad. I was questioning whether Derrick Henry could be efficient. He wasn't. I was questioning Travis Kelce's age, if he would have a good game. He didn't. Like, a lot of these, like, predictions I kind of had so forth. I guess the only things I was wrong on is I thought Mark Andrews was going to have a big game, and I didn't expect that from Xavier Worthy. But one thing I want to say about that is he had 3 touches. Can we calm down? I mean, it was a busted play where the corner thought it was zone, and the corner thought it was zone, and the safety must have thought it was man, and he was wide open. I could have scored that touchdown. And then the other play, I'll give it to him. That was a good drawn-up play by Andy Reid. They gave it to Xavier. They got him a full head of steam, so he was able to use that track speed he has to like cut through the defense. But he also wasn't even close to getting touched. I mean, the hole there was pretty big. And then he had a couple of like, I know he had at least the one contested catch where he like got absolutely bodied. I understand he's not the type of receiver, but I mean, people are like freaking out saying, oh my God, the Bills were such idiots for trading him away when we didn't want him. And again, it was one game where he had 3 touches.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta admit, Worthy was somewhat impressive. I mean, on the rushing touchdown, that was probably the most impressive one. But I do agree that Worthy was not like, oh my God, he's going to be dangerous. Really, the most dangerous guy on that field on that Chiefs offense was Mr. Slant 2.0, Mr. Rashee Rice.
Yeah, no, he had a really good game.
Michael Thomas reborn.
He was really zooming on those routes.
He really was.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 7 receptions, 107 yards. You couldn't ask for anything more.
Out there racing around.
Yeah. No, he really, I mean, he beat... They sometimes put a linebacker on him. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Not even Roquan Smith could guard him. Why are you trying anyone else?
Why don't you put the nickel on him or, put a safety on him or something?
Yeah, you have Kyle Hamilton. Use him.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. There's a point for him being back as a safety, but, I mean, when you're having Rashee Rice go against a linebacker, that is just not a matchup I think you really want to have. And I think that's where Baltimore really just lost it. Their defensive plan was just not good for the Chiefs. I mean, sometimes it worked. I mean, everybody's going to get a 3 and out or, stop somebody at some point. But it also didn't help that you had Lamar Jackson fumble in the red zone. Luckily, the defense kept them out for 3 points. You had the Baltimore offensive line that just looked terrible. I mean, I could probably come from working at McDonald's, gain 100 pounds, and be just as good as those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, they looked like a block of Swiss cheese. They had holes in all of them. I mean, at the end of the day, Lamar had no time. Derek had no time. I mean, even Justice Hill. I mean, and that seemed like the only play that was working was throwing it to Justice Hill out of the backfield and getting him 10 yards upfield. I mean, Rashad Bateman was invisible. Zay Flowers got receptions, but he just didn't get the yards after catch. Like you said, Andrews, I felt bad when he slipped, but that he didn't get up quick enough. He could have crawled for that. Nobody was by him. He just kind of stayed on the floor there. I think he just expected to be touched. And then nobody touched him for 5 seconds, and then he got up, and then he gets tackled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why just army crawl or something, dude? Just stick the ball out.
Yeah, as someone who had him in multiple fantasy leagues, it was frustrating to see Lamar just not look his way on multiple throws where he was open. It was frustrating, but I mean, another thing is when you brought up their defense is the Ravens lost Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator, and I was questioning is how is this defense going to look? And yeah, you're right. That game plan was not that good. I mean, if Isaiah Pacheco caught that one swing pass, they dropped 31 on. I mean, I understand it's Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, but week 1 dropping 30, getting 31 dropped, and last year you allowed 15 points per game. I mean, not a very good sign.
It was funny. The Ravens were talking crap after the game too. Their interviews were if that's the best they got, we'll see them again and beat them in the AFC Championship or in the playoffs. I'm like, buddy, you just lost. Shut up. You have no right to talk smack.
Yeah.
They basically lost to them back-to-back, if you think about it.
Really? They really did. And this is probably the best game we'll see out of Chris Collinsworth this whole year because he actually gets to talk about Patrick Mahomes while Patrick Mahomes is on the field.
Yeah, he gave his fair share to Lamar. I think
oh, he did, but
it was kind of really who is he going to slurp more, Mahomes or Lamar? I mean, obviously Mahomes, but I mean he was talking up a lot to Lamar, and it's it was kind of annoying. It was literally just every other word out of his mouth was Mahomes, and then if it wasn't Mahomes, it was Lamar. It's there's other players, there's other things to talk about than just those two. I understand it's Mahomes and Lamar, but
and then it was funny too. It was on I forget which play it was, but I remember it clearly as what he said. Did he just drop that or something? And it's no, Chris, shut up. He made some stupid remark that they were looking over on a replay, and it was Chris, did you watch the play?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you thanks, Chris. Chris Collinsworth. All right. But it was. I think he's just getting up there, and he needs to retire. I mean, they love him, and I get it. They love him, but oh my God, at some point, do you just need to go? This guy needs to retire, and he does. I cannot deal with another 5 years of Chris Collinsworth. I think. Once Al Michaels left, or it was Al Michaels, right?
Yeah. Because Al Michaels went to Thursday night with
football.
Kirk Herb Street.
I mean, once Al Michaels left, I think they should have just scrapped Chris right there. I just don't think it would have hit the same, and it still doesn't. I don't think Tirico. I think Tirico needs his own guy.
Yeah, bring in Jason Kelsey.
Right.
I understand Jason Kelsey's on Monday night, but bring him in. That would be. I
think he's doing the pregame though.
Yeah. Or maybe when Travis retires. So
maybe.
Then,
be a brother duo commentator.
Heck,
I mean that podcast is already. I don't listen to it too much. I'm not a super big podcast guy, but I see clips of it all the time, and I'll occasionally listen to a little bit. And I mean they do a pretty good job. I think they're a pretty entertaining duo in my opinion.
I would say screw it. Take Greg Olson.
I thought isn't he still Fox
he got pushed
though?
to the
He
side.
is still Fox, but
so
I mean remember, Troy Aikman and
Yeah, but
Joe
what if he's
Buck.
in a contract, though, and he can't really, leave?
Well, I mean, you could probably get him. I don't know how long his contract is,
Yeah.
but I mean, either way, his contract ends, or you can always get traded them. Remember, ESPN picked up Aikman and Buck by giving Fox things because they were still in contract.
No, I mean, I get that. I was thinking Greg Olson at first. I was just thinking he's still at Fox and still has a contract. But no, my number one option probably would be Greg Olson because
at this point,
I think it is kind of BS the way
Brady just stepped in.
Yeah, it's like
I
I understand it's Tom Brady, but why can't you put Tom Brady and Greg Olson together? Greg Olson did such a good job last year. He's one of the best announcers in football, in my opinion. And then they don't even they should have at least maybe after this year they put Brady on the B team and keep Olson on the A team. Let Brady learn it, and then if you want to make the switch because you think Brady's better, but right out the gate, not even giving Olson a chance to prove he's better than Brady at commentating. I don't know. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit.
Oh, and I did not know this. This is news to me. Breaking news, actually.
Oh, yeah, it was announced 20 minutes ago.
Steelers and Pat Freiermuth have agreed to a 4-year contract, $48 million. So he's earning, in that case, $12 million a year.
And then Ramsey got extended this morning.
Yes, Jalen Ramsey got extended this morning to become the most overhyped, overpaid person in the league at his position.
2019. Jalen Ramsey's still good, but not top corner in the league good anymore. He's 31, 32 years old.
I always play and repeat that Reuben Foster beat his butt.
Oh yeah. I remember that Josh Allen throw was so. Once I saw that, I'm like, yep, we got a stud in this dude. That throw is insane, right on the money. I remember that one.
Yeah, that was perfect.
After he was talking about how trash Josh Allen was, and then he throws that beauty to Reuben Foster. I remember watching that one live. We were terrible that year, but that was something nice to look forward to.
Right. I still gotta admit, from this Chiefs games go, this was probably I gotta admit they got kind of bailed out at some moments. I mean, how many illegal formations do you need to win a team?
Oh my God, yeah.
How many? I think there was 3 and 2 or 4, and 3 of them were called on Ronnie Stanley, who's been playing in this league for 8 years. Well, it's crazy.
They made it a point of emphasis. So then, okay, you get it called once. But that after the first time, I blame Ronnie Stanley. You should be like, okay, they're going to keep calling this, so I probably should stop doing it, or they're going to keep calling it.
Well, I think part of it is that it's hard to break. It's a new thing. It's an old habit. And I mean,
but these are
when you get a flag, I feel like when you get a flag, the refs are saying you are cheating in some way. You are being told you cheated in some way, right?
Yeah.
I do not believe Ronnie Stanley, with where he was cheating. I mean, yes, I get it. It's a rule that they have to be lined up with the guard now. I also think it's stupid because sometimes those D linemen can get past you on the side way faster. And I think it's fair that he's still there, behind the guard. I don't really see the point of him being lined up with the guard now.
I like that rule, honestly. I just don't understand why you wouldn't call it on the Chiefs, on Jawan Taylor, because he was doing basically the same things. I think they should have just called it on both of them. Yeah, they should have just called it on both of them, because if that's a rule emphasis, if they really want that rule, then I get why they called it a bunch of times, but I just think it was dumb that it was only one-sided.
Now, what did you guys think about the Spagnuolo timeout?
That was BS. I didn't even realize that was a thing, and then everyone was freaking out. I'm like, oh yeah, that is actually insanely dumb. How do you not realize?
Yeah, that is Steve Spagnuolo. That is not. I wonder if Andy told Steve to go run down the field because Andy couldn't move his fat butt fast enough. He's waddling with a cheeseburger.
I was gonna say he's too busy eating a burger.
I don't think his Hawaiian shirt could have kept it up. I really, it's come on, the rules. I get it, but I feel like it's I mean, we all blame the ref for acknowledging the timeout. But B, I think there should be a 10, 15-yard penalty for that. Or
I would say five. I would say a 5. I mean, I think that should be considered delay a game.
I get it. It's rare for it to happen. But, in what world should that happen? I mean, Andy's been coaching long enough. They said it yesterday. They're the 2 longest tenured coaches in the NFL now at this point because of Belichick being fired and Pete Carroll being gone.
Yeah, they're the 2 oldest. Yep.
2 oldest.
Yeah, Andy Reid's already 66, which hopefully that means he'll retire soon.
Right.
I thought for sure that at the end of the game yesterday there was going to be a 10-second runoff, but I guess the injuries got to be on the field. Well, and the player was off of the field.
If you can get yourself off the field, then they don't have the runoff.
Right.
If you can't get yourself off the field and they have to stop play, that's when they have the 10-second runoff.
Yeah, but I can see getting off the field to your own sideline. This guy was in the end zone.
Well, he was out of the end zone.
You can't play the game while he's there. So he's delaying the game still.
He was out of the end zone.
He was out. Yeah,
he was by
and that was
stand.
an incomplete pass. The clock wasn't running. That's only when the clock is running. If the clock's not running, it's not a 10-second runoff because the clock's already stopped. It was an incomplete pass.
And I think they explained it last night. If they had another stop, where like an injury timeout for Baltimore, they would throw a flag for 5 yards. I believe it had to be back to back as long as the clock is stopped. It would be a 5-yard penalty. And I think that's fair. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with Isaiah Likely. I mean, he kind of got pushed out. He tried to break his fall, which everybody tries to do. And it's like, dude, don't put your hand out to try to break the fall. You're just going to break your hand and your arm. And he tried it, and he felt the repercussions of it. I really thought it was his pec for a second because he was grabbing his pec. He wasn't grabbing his arm. He wasn't grabbing his shoulder. He was going right here. And I was like, oh, shoot. He might have just ripped it off. And that's, his season right there.
Yeah. I think it was a sprained AC joint. And I mean,
it didn't matter to him that much. He was out there 2 plays later,
just
being like,
right
okay.
One play that I want to talk about that I think is extremely impressive. I mean, I hate to give Mahomes flowers because everyone already does, but that way he caught that tipped pass over the 2 defenders. If Baltimore say he doesn't do that and Baltimore picks that off, because if he's not there, Baltimore's picking that off. They're getting the ball at the 40-yard line with 2.5 minutes left to go down and score a touchdown.
Yep.
Or even if he instead of Mahomes, if he tried to just bat it down and be incomplete, then Baltimore gets the ball back with 2.5 minutes left and the 2-minute warning. Instead, he actually went up and caught it, so then he can waste the clock to the 2-minute warning. So now Baltimore has to go the length of the field with 2 minutes and no timeouts.
Right.
Most quarterbacks probably are just going to try and knock that down. For him to go up and catch it, and over 2 defenders, is insanely impressive.
No, it is. And again, Chris Collinsworth, you watch Lamar do that. And, just shut up. It's just ball awareness,
This guy, Patrick Mahomes, is just really special.
Josh Allen could do the same thing. He's just never been in that opportunity.
Any quarterback could do that. Any quarterback.
Joe Burrow,
it's not special.
Justin Herbert,
Nathan Peterman.
You know what? What? I think Marcus Mariota did it, or was it? It was either Mariota or Luck that the Chiefs knocked down the pass. Or it was Mariota. Mariota rolls out. He throws the pass. It gets blocked by the Chiefs defender. It goes back right to Mariota, and he runs it in. I get it. It's not the same identical play of jumping up and preventing interception, but still, I mean, the quarterbacks have the awareness of where the ball is when they throw it and where it's going. If they can make a play on it, they'll make a play on it. It doesn't matter who it is. I would probably say the only one who wouldn't do that was maybe Cam Newton, because Cam Newton got lazy.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers should be able to do that. Oh,
yeah, I don't think Aaron would be able to do it. That's fair.
Kirko Chains.
That's fair. No, I think that's fair to say that.
Yeah.
What else is there in the world today, I did want to touch on this. I mean, it's besides football, but I want to move it away from it for a second because it does deserve to be acknowledged. Jessica Pegula making her first Grand Slam finals. What a big dub. I mean, Terry was there too.
Yep.
Because there was speculation that Terry does not like Jessica for some point in being time.
Well, that's because the media is stupid.
Well, yeah, partially, yeah. But, it was nice to see that he was there supporting her. And, she beat the number 1 ranked.
Mm-hmm.
I know this one was an unranked. Now, tomorrow, when there's the finals, it's the number 2 ranked. And she actually lost to her the last tournament in Cincinnati.
So this
in the finals again. So it's just a repeat.
It's a rematch.
It's just a repeat, but for a bigger title.
Yeah, I didn't realize I knew Jessica was like a pro and stuff. I didn't realize she was this good until I saw that she was like the 6th seed. I'm like, oh.
No, she even does, when she does doubles, she's with Coco Gauff.
Oh.
That's her doubles partner.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, no, it's like she is top of top.
Yeah.
I mean, she is like, she's got the athleticism. Yeah. She is like up there. She just hasn't had the luck to make it to a Grand Slam. But there's only 4 titles that you can get a Grand Slam opportunity.
Yeah,
at.
and she just became like top level like recently. So
right.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I guess some other news to talk about is why Brian Cashman's a moron again today. Did you see what he said about why the Alex Verdugo, Jason Dominguez thing?
Oh, because they believe they have a better chance with Verdugo right now?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of load of crap is that?
Very big load.
Yeah, I mean, that is just absolute blasphemy that he would say that. I mean, this is why Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone is one of the worst managements in baseball. The only reason we're good is because we can spend a bunch of money. If we actually had a competent GM and competent management, we would be we'd probably would have won a World Series in the last 15 years. But
right, I agree.
So frustrating. Them keeping Clay Holmes as the starter for as long as they did and not going at the deadline, knowing Clay Holmes is not a good closer, and then not getting one, and then he continues to be awful.
Right.
I could rant for so long about how much I hate Brian Cashman. I actually texted my friend the other day that most people say getting married is the happiest day of their life. Mine is the day Brian Cashman gets fired. I said that right after Clay Holmes blew that game against Texas.
Fair.
Yeah, I will be throwing a party the day that man gets fired.
That's fair. Yeah. That is very fair. But I just thought of this.
Some more news.
Ooh, actually, news. Bill's news.
More news yesterday.
No, right now, Bill's news. Sorry for cutting you off, but this is...
Nah, yeah, you can go ahead. You're good.
The Bills extended Spencer Brown 4-year deal.
Oh, 4 years?
I just got the notification. That's why I want to say...
Bills
sorry for cutting you off, Chris.
Yeah, Buffalo Fanatics reporting. First reported by Mike Garafolo.
I love it. Depending on what it is, I love it.
Yeah, I mean...
I would love it if it's like a 2-year fully guaranteed, and then after that, like maybe a little bit of guarantee so they can move money around if needed.
Spencer Brown, actually, Garafolo, this is interesting. Spencer Brown received the 3rd highest performance-based paycheck in the NFL at $900,000, a little bit over $900,000. Now he gets a big preemptive bump after starting all 17 games for the Bills last season. I mean, it's smart. I know some people hate Spencer Brown.
He had a good year last year.
He did have a good year. I think he'll be fine. He had a good first year. He had a sophomore slump, and then
he was battling those back injuries.
Right, that is true too. No, I think this is smart by Bean. They got the money. Now it won't start until probably next year anyway.
The only starter now that is a free agent after this year is Rasul Douglas.
Really?
And
that's something.
Unless you consider Mike Edwards. Or David Edwards, I guess. I guess he's a starter. He's on a 1-year deal. And then Mike Edwards, if he ends up starting.
It depends.
But I mean, that's it. I mean, Josh is locked up. James is locked up. All 3 receivers, both their tight ends. Our line besides David Edwards, our entire D-line, are both our linebackers. Benford, Teron Johnson, Cole Bishop, Taylor Rapp. Yeah, everyone's locked up. And we're going to have like 20 to 30 mil before we even make any moves, which could be like, if we decide to cut Knox or Miller, depending on how this year goes, or if they take pay cuts again. Obviously, we can extend Rousseau to move money around. I'm thinking we're going to be sitting at like 30, 40 million after everyone's re-signed to go and make big moves in free agency next year. I'm so excited for next year's free. I mean, I'm excited for this season, but I'm really excited to see what moves Bean makes next year.
And Spencer Brown is now signed through 2028. So he is now locked in for this Bills roster. Chris, your news.
Alex Morgan announced her retirement yesterday.
I did see that. Chris, because you know why I wanted you to wait on that?
Oh.
You know why?
But we were talking news. That's news.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Chris, because it's time for something else.
That Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
It's time to talk some football, or in other words, soccer.
Greenwood had a pop, Woodman's felt it, and guess who's there? Close your eyes Lionel Messi. Messi's hit. Oh! That's what they came for. The Magic Man.
Paul, a common octopus, became famous in 2010 for correctly predicting 12 of 14 matches in what sports event?
If you get this wrong, I swear to God.
2010.
I swear to God if you get this wrong. Arsenal's winning it all, baby. Football is like, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that.
This is the Added Time on 91.3 FM WBNY.
Back into Added Time. We haven't had one yet.
I miss it. If only Frank were here.
I know. Then he could talk about his bum team in Arsenal.
Orlando, yeah. In Orlando.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Already lost the game.
In other words, though, that news yesterday was pretty sad because, like... That was, like, probably one of, like, the best, like, female, like, women's soccer player.
She was the best. I mean, for forever. I mean... Yeah. And then she got randomly left off the... national team for the Olympics,
which was
completely weird, but it might have been for this reason. She maybe didn't think she just.
But it could have been a great Last Dance story.
It could have been. I don't know if it was a her or if it was a. Or you know, I think the Federation would have had her back in a minute if she wanted to. I think it was probably more her decision of being like, let the young kids go.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't even realize she was like 35.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Forever, right?
That's been a name for like the past like years on end.
I mean, she carried like U.S. soccer forever before Pulisic came along.
Definitely also paved the way for so many like female soccer players because like she put like the women's soccer team on the map, right? Like especially U.S. wise because they won. She won, I think, like 2 women's World Cups.
Yeah,
even though I think this U.S. women's team I think has 3, if I'm not mistaken. Could be 4.
So I don't know.
But she was like, for her to be part of 2 of those,
right?
Is just it's fantastic,
right?
You know,
and she's highly regarded as the best female striker.
Yeah, hands down.
I haven't heard any arguments yet compared to her. It is sad that she's going to be retiring at the end of this year. I mean, it's kind of like the signal. She was like the last beam of light in that old World Cup team. I mean, it was like her, Rapinoe, and maybe Ertz. I forget when Ertz
Julie
retired.
Ertz. Before she changed her name, I can't remember what her maiden name was.
I can't.
But it was like before. Oh, Julie Johnston. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with that retirement, it's basically end of an era.
Yeah.
You know, like I think you're gonna see more different names on that women's soccer team. You're going to see more, you're going to see
a lot
more than just one name,
It's going to be
definitely like her, and not just her alone, but definitely like some other players definitely paved the way for, the women's soccer team to be recognized.
Yeah.
Because they do have like a lot of success compared to the men's team.
Right.
Like the women's national team is keeping U.S. soccer like afloat.
Yep.
Who was on the team with Mia Hamm back then when they won?
I'm pretty sure Alex Morgan was there.
Yeah, no, she wasn't. This was like 2000.
Oh,
she would have been like a kid.
I don't know because I didn't start watching it until
that's when I started watching it, and I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe that like they took it.
Because I want to say, I think she started like when she was young too, like early 20s.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Yeah. No, in Morgan's career, 224 appearances, 123 goals, 53 assists. She is the 5th most prolific goal scorer in U.S. women's national team history.
Icon card incoming.
Icon card is incoming. Yep, she won 2 World Cups in 2015, 2019.
Not many people even win one.
Right. She got a gold at the London 2012.
Yep.
Bronze in Tokyo. And then she made her first start in 2010 of March.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like that resume speaks for itself. Like those championships, the gold medal as well.
It seems like she's also pregnant again.
Okay.
So she's having a second child. So she probably
wants to be a family.
Yeah. Because she has a 4-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of players do that. I mean, Shaquille Barrett did it on the Dolphins just recently, where he's like, I just want to spend time with family.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
She has the success. She has,
Yeah, she doesn't need to prove anything.
She doesn't need to prove anything, yeah.
No. So how about we switch over to Premier League?
Ooh. Yeah, because we are in a break, so...
How much I don't want to look at it.
Look, I don't understand why Ten Hag for Manchester United said he had all these things to say about Sancho. Like, Sancho's coming back. He's going to get these minutes. He's going to be, in the starting 11.
Yeah.
And not even like 2 weeks later, he's now with Chelsea.
Yep.
I don't know what they're doing over there in Man U, but...
I don't know.
It's insane.
It is very confusing.
And then also with Casemiro, my God, I don't know if you saw the game against Liverpool.
He's just he just looks winded.
I mean,
I don't know what it is.
Jamie Carragher said it himself. Like, you have to quit football before the football leaves you.
And the football left him.
After he left Real Madrid, he kind of went downhill.
He had one good season.
Yeah, he
had one good year left in him, and then after that, it's just kind of been.
It's just like he's been exposed in this Man U midfield. I mean, for him to give up 2 goals against Liverpool just on a silver platter, let alone to the same player, like you can't do this at that kind of level, especially in the Premier League. I mean, these points are costly. Now they're sitting with like
14th with -3.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think they.
I mean,
they won that very first game.
Yeah,
but that's it.
Yeah,
and
that was because of the late
goal by Joshua Zirkzee. Yeah. And without that goal, they would not have those.
No, you're right. Now at one point, you're tied with Leicester, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, and the Wolves.
Yeah,
You're
4 point. I mean, I know it's 3 games in, but to be 3 games in for a club like Manchester United, and you're sitting 4 positions away from the relegation zone.
Yeah,
that's not acceptable for a club of that talent.
Right.
It's just something's got to change.
Right.
With Man U, and is it possibly with the players? Yes, maybe, because Ten Hag, I feel like, is just showing a lot of favoritism.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't noticed, he's signed a couple of like the players he's managed in his time with Ajax. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just he's bringing back the same team almost.
And it's just like yes, you've had success there in the Dutch league, but the EPL is a completely different monster.
Yep.
And it's just you can't rely on the same players you relied on.
Like, you can tell
league.
Onana is not him.
He's been exposed so many times. The stuff he does when someone's taking a PK against him as well is just so questionable. I do not understand it at all.
No.
And it just makes you
Erling Haaland.
It makes you wonder because, they got rid of De Gea.
Mm-hmm.
De Gea has been out of soccer for like
a
whole year,
and he had
gets signed with Fiorentina in Serie A, and is just playing lights out.
He had his first shutout, I think, just like a week ago now.
Yeah, and especially I can't remember what tournament it was. I'd have to look it up, but he was the reason why Fiorentina already won a trophy.
They already have a trophy?
I think so. I have to double check. I'm pretty sure it was for a tournament that they played. No, it was a playoff round. That's what it was.
Still,
it was for them to advance in the Conference League qualifying. So, I mean, he basically saved them from getting knocked out, which is phenomenal to do that, not even being out of soccer for a whole year.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you even manage? Especially in the goalkeeper position, that is something, like, so hard to do.
It is. I mean, just to sit on your couch for a year, go travel, do whatever.
Yeah.
And to just come back and be like, I'm still that good. At like 33, I think he is now.
Yeah, I think the goalkeeper position definitely has like a longer lifespan to it.
Oh, it does.
I mean, you look at Buffon, who played until like 43, 44 years old. I mean, this dude, like, he was regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the world at one point.
No, he was still the reason why Ten Hag, his first season, was winning games. I mean, he let in a few,
a few stinkers, but
ones,
like, we're all human.
You look at Onana, and it's like he's letting in everything.
Onana is just like, I don't know how he still trusts this dude in between the posts. I really don't.
No, it is a good question and he's now getting ticked, and his time might be coming to an end. I get he might have just signed an extension, but he's already.
But that doesn't guarantee. Yeah.
No, and it's like he's already to the point of we've won trophies. Like Rays, you got to go off past instead of what's happening currently. I think you get to the point where it's like, okay, you're starting to crack.
Yeah,
you're just not going to be here longer.
This team is. It's not the Man United we saw with the years of success under Sir Alex Ferguson.
Right.
And it's just so sad, I mean, he's got Bruno Fernandes playing striker, and that is a player who is an attacking midfield. Yes, he can, shadow that striker and score goals outside the 18 yards, but this is not a player who's going to crash the net like a traditional striker, like your Erling Haaland or even Mbappe,
Right.
And he's got so many players playing out of position.
Right.
And it just
doesn't work.
When do you pull the plug from this experiment and just say, we need to find a better manager with a better system who suits these players?
Right. Right. 100%.
Because, I mean, right now with 1 win and 2 losses in the first 3 games, this is not something you see from a Manchester side.
No, not at all.
And if their form keeps up like this, who knows where we can see them ending up at the end of the season.
I mean, next week they have Southampton, and it's like if they don't they don't win that game, there deserves to be talks.
And Southampton hasn't even won a game.
Nope.
So
I mean, Southampton, Crystal Palace, Tottenham, and then Aston Villa as their next 4 games.
I see those as winnable games. But
even Brentford as a 5,
Yeah.
I would say about 3 of those are completely winnable.
Yeah.
And it's like probably the 2 you could tie, maybe 1 you lose.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if there is not, at least you get 3 out of 5 wins in that 5-game stretch, something needs to go on, because it just can't keep continuing this way. I mean, to lose 2-1 to Brighton.
Yep.
I mean, that's...
And I think they were ahead in that game, too.
No, they were down 1-0 in half, and then Diallo scored a tire.
Yep.
And then Pedro scored a game winner.
Yep. And the 90 play,
90 plus 5.
That was just...
Yeah.
That's...
It's just not fun.
Yeah.
It's just not fun right now. It really is just like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Honestly, I'm still riding the sack Ten Hag train. I said it last year. I said it the year before that. He's had this time to show that he can manage a team like Manchester United, and he has had this time to prove his worth. Yes, he's won a couple trophies, but you win 1 trophy, maybe even 2 a season. You got Manchester City winning 4 or 5 trophies in a year.
Yeah.
And that's something that Man United has done.
Right.
But you not doing it now is just...
It's like with West Ham. I like to say David Moyes. He won the UFA.
Yeah.
I forget which one it was. But he won the cup just like recently, I think 2 years ago now. Maybe he's 2 years out of it. But then 2 years later, he can't prove he can stay at that level. And it's like, now you're watching Man United, who started in Champions League play, and now they're just falling and falling. And it's like, at the end of the day, I don't give a crap about FA Cup.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, whoop-de-doo, you beat Manchester City on pens.
Yeah. FA Cup is like that's for your your B team, C team.
It's really just bragging rights for England. I mean, it's like,
Because in the FA Cup, you are playing teams that are, not in champions in the Premier League.
Right.
Like, you're playing
like
teams under, and they're playing teams like Wrexham,
right,
who are making their way up to the Premier League, but they still have one league to go before they're there. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Manchester United does. I mean, I know they're in a break right now because the Nations League is happening.
Yep.
France is playing Italy right now.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to see. But digressing back to the Premier League, United, I think, has to figure it out before it just goes crashing down.
No, they really do.
I mean, with Ten Hag and what he's done, oh, wow. Score update in the first minute, France already winning 1-0.
Oh, wow.
Against Italy.
Jeez, that was quick.
But yeah, Ten Hag, I think, has to figure it out because to me, I think he's on a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
Because if they just keep losing, if they keep drawing, they're going to end up either mid-table or down at the bottom, and you're not going to see Manchester United in these tournaments that you usually see them in, like you mentioned, like Champions League. Now they've fallen down to the Conference League. So it's just like, at what point do you just make a change?
Yeah.
And also, just at what point do you make a big signing? Because I don't think they've made a lot of signings. Yes, they signed De Ligt, but he's not even starting yet. I don't know if he's just waiting for him to settle into the system. I don't know if he's still got trust in Harry Maguire, but
Harry Maguire.
If it was me, I would definitely start De Ligt over Maguire, but that's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean that should be where De Ligt goes.
Yeah, I mean like
can't...
just the tournament he had over the summer in the Euros with the Netherlands, especially the season he had in Bayern. I mean, I know they didn't win the league, but he still had a phenomenal season in the back.
Now let's move on to your favorite team, the best team in the world. Kylian Mbappe finally scores 2 goals, but
it took him 3 games.
It took him 3 games.
This is a guy who
you paid a lot of money for.
Paid not even $0 in transfer fee. Let's remember that.
Yep.
They just paid his contract.
Yep.
Like they're obviously paying him a lot because this is
contract is by
the
itself.
Contract by itself is like probably over $1 million.
Yep.
But I mean, this team. Look, I love Madrid, but you have to look at this team look at who they are starting in the front 3. You have Mbappe, you have Vinny, and you have Rodrigo. All 3 of these attacking players are naturally left wingers. And watching the first 3 games in La Liga that they have played, you can see that this is a problem. Don Carlo, yes, he likes his 4-3-3, but watching these 3 games, Vinny and Mbappe and even Rodrigo are all drifting to the left side of the pitch, leaving that right side of the channel completely open. And you're going to have players like Carvajal, who is a fullback trying to fill in that space. And if he fills in that space, you are completely exposed on that back right side. And it's just, I've seen it time and time and again with these 3 games. Like I've said, I know it's 3 games, but they have to figure it out. Like, you either change the formation to a 4-4-2. You have Vinny at that left striker position. You have Rodrigo at that left mid position, because those are your 2 players who have been there the longest. They know what, Carlo Ancelotti wants out of them. They know what these fans want out of them. Mbappe, yes, he just got there. He is a high caliber player. He is regarded as probably one of the best players right now. But he hasn't shown it to me, because in Ligue 1, he'd probably have like 6-7 goals right now.
Right.
Within 3 games. Right now, he's only got 2. One of them was a pen that Vinny won, and Vinny gave him that penalty kick.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I think Don Carlo probably has to change his formation in my eyes, because if you keep it at this 4-3-3, these front 3 attackers are going to all just shift to that left side because they're all naturally left wingers.
Right. I agree perfectly. I can't believe Barcelona this season they're having
Barcelona,
right now.
has started absolutely phenomenal.
Killers. 7-0 in their last game.
Lamine Yamal at 17 years old, already 2 goals and 5 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, he proved himself in that Euros at 16.
But this is just
completely different. At 17 years old and you're doing this in La Liga?
No, it's
insane.
It's crazy. And Chris, it's funny that I went to this segment and I forgot to look up. Emma called before the segment.
Oh.
So Emma's been on hold for 40 minutes. Really, not even to talk soccer, of course, but to make fun of Alex Miley. I completely forgot. Emma, are you still alive?
About damn time, Dan.
I completely forgot about you. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't. I just looked over. I'm like, wait, why is the phone with the smiley face on? I didn't put anybody on there. And I'm like, oh wait, I did.
I was gonna say someone called earlier, and then nothing came of it. I'm like, oh, they must have
totally went over my head.
Yeah. Emma, would you like to make fun of Alex now?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it. Hey, Alex. Remember when you said, hey, I'm going to draft Mark Andrews, and then you were like, I'm so mad that you drafted Isaiah Likely to have the backup.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was mad you drafted Likely, but it's all right. Rest of my team's still really good.
It was my mistake for benching him because he was projected to have 5 points, and then he comes out with 26. Hey, look at our fantasy matchup and see who's projected to win this weekend.
Projections never mean anything, especially in fantasy. They're always wrong.
I mean, I'm going to beat Joey Cheese no matter what the projection says.
Exactly.
That's what he says.
No matter what it
I'm not worried.
I was kind of shocked Tanner only got 6 points.
That was how
with Travis Kelce,
too.
Yeah.
That was how Travis. Both big tight ends did big fat squat.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. I just
old. They're washed.
Mark Andrews is under 30. I think Mark Andrews is only like 28 years old.
He has the knees of a 75-year-old.
Alex.
He's going to need a cane when he plays.
Probably.
Mark Andrews is 29. He just turned 29 actually yesterday. Today's Mark Andrews' 29th birthday.
What a terrible birthday present yesterday.
He's just not healthy from the car accident he had a couple weeks ago. He'll be fine in a few weeks. I'm not worried.
Like that scene from Cars 3 where like the one guy was like
yeah, I saw that.
Washed.
We're not doing the Cars 3 meme here. We're not. No.
No. Yeah. No. I saw that, but again, also they had to use him as a blocker because their O-line was so bad. They're not going to be facing someone like Chris Jones for the rest of the year. So again, Mark Andrews will be fine. He was open a lot, and Lamar just didn't look at him. So I think they were just their game plan was more focused on stopping Mark Andrews. So then Isaiah Likely went off. I feel like they're going to start shifting towards Isaiah Likely, open it up more for Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews will be facing Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, Saquon Jones, Darrell Bernard. Can I go on?
None of them are Chris Jones.
Yeah, of course. Every single player in the NFL is one of one.
Okay, my bad. None of them are as good as Chris Jones. And that's also one game. I'm talking about they're not going to be facing defenses nearly as good as the Chiefs throughout the year. They're going to be facing a lot easier defenses. So Mark Andrews will be fine in a few weeks.
Bro, I thought you were a Bills fan.
I can be a Bills fan, and I can still also be, realistic when it comes to the NFL.
He's a fan of where his money is.
No, it's not.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Alex, I hope your dad is listening.
Come on, Alex.
I'm talking realistically right now.
I know, but
I'm a Bills fan. Yeah, I'm always going to root for the Bills. Doesn't mean I can see what I can tell it how it is and be realistic about things. I don't have to be delusional all the time just because I am a fan of one team. The whole point is to try and I'm trying to be as not biased as I can about the Bills. Obviously, I will have bias towards the Bills, but I try to be as unbiased when talking about football as I can.
I hope your dad is listening to this again and rebukes your ticket again.
He's not going to.
Okay.
All I said was Chris Jones was better than any Bills defensive player.
That's probably fair.
That's
actually very fair.
I mean, that's not being okay, maybe because I picked the Chiefs to beat the Bills in the playoffs. One thing. But saying Chris Jones is undoubtedly, there's no fact that you can dispute that the Bills have any defensive player as good as Chris Jones. That's not really me hating on the Bills or whatever. That's just plain fact.
Alex.
And I mean, if you agree differently, then you're like the biggest delusional person on earth.
Whoa.
Have you met
Strong
me?
word.
I'm so Delulu. What are you talking about?
Exactly. So what you're saying, if you think there's any Bills defender as good as Chris Jones, you're just wrong. It's not like it's your opinion. It's just flat out wrong.
All right.
This is fun. This is fun.
This is fun.
Alex, telling it like it is, like Howard Cosell, live ABC, Monday Night Football.
You know, I think with that, we're going to head over to a break, take a time out.
Hey, Dale, promotion. Listen to the Shot Clock Show, Tuesday, Thursdays, 2 to 4, 9.
Yes, no. Listen to the Shot Clock Show.
Cut her off.
I even ended the phone call. I even shut off Alex's mic. Nobody gets free promotion.
Hey, we got it. We definitely got it.
I give out the promotions. It's anybody's doing the promotions.
I don't know. I feel like we definitely got that promotion in. Unless did you dump it? Did you dump the 10 seconds?
No, I'm not going to dump it. Nothing bad happened. Nothing. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. I think with that, we're going to head to a break, though, because I need to recover from that evasion of promocy, and made up a word there, but it works. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, I have a brand new intro for a thing we've done over and over and over again every Friday for an hour. So keep listening to The Blitz on 91.3 FM, WBOI, Buffalo, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, brought to you by Buffalo State's doing activity fee.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager fell victim to fake pills. Smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Where are these pills coming from, and how are kids getting them? Right from under our noses, crooks are targeting kids on social media and selling them counterfeit pills that could seal their fate with a click of a button. It may seem harmless, maybe it doesn't even seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. So before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that many fake pills contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
La pandemia de COVID-19 ha afectado nuestras vidas. Enfrentamos una pandemia de salud mental que amenaza nuestro bienestar mientras reconstruimos nuestras comunidades.
La pandemia nos ha recordado la centralidad de la familia, la comunidad y nuestros vínculos afectivos. A muchos de nosotros nos ha dejado más aislados, confundidos y luchando por encontrar el sentido ante la pérdida y la incertidumbre.
1 de cada 5 estadounidenses tiene problemas de salud mental, pero muchos no sabemos cómo pedir ayuda.
En la Fundación de la Asociación Americana de Psiquiatría entendemos por lo que está pasando y estamos aquí para ayudarlo. Trabajamos para eliminar el estigma, combatir las enfermedades mentales, los trastornos por consumo de sustancias y construir un país mentalmente sano. Si usted o un ser querido necesita ayuda, no está solo. Visite lasaludmental.org para obtener más información.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager fell victim to fake pills. Smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Where are these pills coming from? And how are kids getting them? Right from under our noses, crooks are targeting kids on social media and selling them counterfeit pills that could seal their fate with a click of a button. It may seem harmless. Maybe it doesn't even seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. So before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that many fake pills contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
The sun's shining, birds are singing, and all feels right in the world.
Until the season changes and suddenly everything seems darker, less lively, and you lose your motivation to get out of bed.
If you struggle with depression, you're not alone. In fact, 1 in 5 people experience some form of depression, and no matter the time of year, it may affect your behavioral or physical ability to live a happy life.
At the American Psychiatric Association Foundation, we understand what you're going through, and we're here to help. Our vision is to build a mentally healthy nation for all, because we want you to live your best life and be your best you all year round. We work every day to eliminate stigma, combat mental illness and substance use disorders, and advance mental wellness.
If you or someone you love needs help, you are not alone. Please visit mentallyhealthynation.org to learn more.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
This is a world of possibilities. A world in which people who put their minds to something can really make a difference.
My goal is to help the environment.
Someday I'll find a cure for cancer.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we believe that aspiring minds can achieve anything. So we dedicate ourselves to making sure everyone has an opportunity to go to college. Each year, we provide more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
If you're looking for a Jewish music show like no other, Cool Jewish Radio. The Cole Yehudim Show with host Mike Greenberg features the widest variety of Jewish music anywhere. Hear the newest sounds, plus the classics you know and love. Join us every Sunday from 6 till 10 a.m. on 91.3 WBNY. Cool Jewish Radio. The Cole Yehudim Show. Jewish music for the Jewish people.
Ready for radio that's challenging, innovative, and encouraging? Tune in, Living for the People.
This is L. Nathan Hare. Join me right here, 91.3 FM WBNY. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. after Amy Goodman's Democracy Now! We'll provide objective analysis regarding current issues. Call 878-5104. It's Living for the People on 91.3 FM WBNY.
How do you spell Texans? That's 6 letters. That's 6 points. And you know how many points are in a touchdown? Boom! 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 And don't forget the extra point. Boom!
Ja, kiss me, die Miami Dolphins. Ja.
Wow.
Das ist gut. Die sind gut, ja. Wiener Schnitzel. Oh, wait, no. Give me the Chiefs.
It's Friday at 3 o'clock. You know what time it is. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! I remember the King winning, and they are going to demolish a team that is idiotic. horrible bum. And by the end of it, you Jacksonville Jaguars will learn to bow down to the king.
I mean, I would say the Colts are better than the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm joking.
So is there bias going into this? Of course there is. It wouldn't be the Blitz without it. Welcome in to the Blitz Picks. As I said, welcome into the Blitz Picks. Oh my God, how I love that intro. I haven't played it yet. It's been in the locker room for 20 years. It's been forever. I can't remember the last time I played it, but oh my God, did I cook. Did I cook. I will hype myself up for that. Oh, the German Frank, the me yelling about Derrick Henry that happens every week. Chris, me, whoever else wants to join in on singing the Eagles chant. Oh, greatest time ever. I'm still not by myself. I'm still Dan Dale Double D, joined by Alex Miley. Okay, there you go. Joey Cheese. And Christopher Chacabello.
We here.
Oh, we here, buddy. Oh, my God.
I will admit, you cooked on that intro.
It is a great intro. It is a great intro.
You should have put some sort of Bills thing in there, but that's, I guess, my only... Just because we're in Buffalo, but that's really it.
Oh, I just chose the wackiest things from last year.
No, I mean, it
was the wackiest
German
stuff.
Frank is hilarious.
German Frank is...
German Frank
back.
top tier.
It is coming back.
When does the NFL play in Germany this year?
Week, 5.
Who?
Probably
do you know
6.
the game?
I do not off the top of my head.
Let's see if we can...
NFL Germany. No, it's not Packers Eagles. Google,
Colts
please.
versus Patriots week 9, I think.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
And then there's New York Giants, Carolina.
So basically, they're just sticking it to Germany. They're like, we don't really want to play games over there, so we're going to give you the worst teams in the league.
Wait, no, hold on.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That does sound about right. Yeah, it's...
Except for, actually, I think the Colts are going to make the playoffs.
It is just Carolina, New York Giants.
That's all. That's what they get?
That is it.
Oh, it's that one? Okay, I read
Yeah,
because there are 3
I read the
UK
other one.
games. Oh, no. That means we need 3 UK... Oh, Chris, no.
Yeah, mate.
Oh!
We got 3 games in the UK, yeah?
The German accent's good. Please no UK accent.
Oh, buddy, you missed that part.
No, I'm just saying because I hate England about almost as much as I hate Canada.
Yeah, I mean that.
God save the Queen.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
there
nope.
It is. There
Stop.
It is. There it is.
God did not save the Queen. That's why she's dead.
I did not expect that, but yeah, that's fair. Fair. But let's get into it. I know. Oh, haven't done this in a year.
I have all my picks into a parlay. I put $10 to win $23K, so hopefully they all hit.
Jesus Christ.
It was bonus bets on FanDuel. I opened up my account and you get the 200 in bonus bets. So I'm like, let's put $10 on a 16-leg parlay to win 23 grand, and then I'll just close my account if I ever hit that.
I still feel a little pain from that parlay I did with the final, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Same boat.
Nothing gets me going more than this theme music.
It's great theme music to make picks on.
The only thing I think of the number one thing is Chris Boomer giving his NFL picks at 7 in the morning on ESPN. Because on NFL Sundays, I'd wake up at 6 in the morning and they just have football throughout the entire morning. I just sit on my couch and watch it. And that memory is stuck in my head at 7, 8 in the morning. Boomer making his picks or going over the games at 8 p.m. while I'm doing schoolwork.
So we're going to do this in a rotational way. We'll start with Joey Cheese, go to Chris, go to Alex, go to me, and then we'll go to the next game. So the first game we're going to start with is the game tonight. Whoa! In Brazil.
In Brazil.
Oh, no. I need to find... Oh, geez. I know what I need to find now. But the Eagles. It hurts my heart that you're in Brazil, Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't love that you're playing in Brazil, Green Bay Packers. Joey Cheese, what do you
All right, we got the Packers-Eagles first game over there, and where is the game at? Brazil. Okay, new running backs, Saquon, Josh Jacobs. Give me the Packers.
Chris?
Give me the Philly cheesesteak Eagles because we have a new running back in Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley also has the first year of an amazing offensive line. He's going to run all over these cheeseheads. The tush push is going to involve Saquon Barkley now. You heard it here first. Eagles are going to walk away with a win, 30-13.
Alex?
Give me the Eagles. I bet them to win. Give me the Eagles. This is going to be a high-scoring game. Let's go. I think I don't remember what I said yesterday, but like 31-27, something like that, Eagles.
Yeah, that makes sense. Chris?
Yes.
You know what time it is. You ready for this? First one of the year.
I'm ready.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Oh,
the Bills one is better.
I'll always remember that lady spelling it wrong.
Yes.
E-G-L.
Greatest football meme out of Philly.
The Bills shout song is clearly better than that.
Okay, sure. In your opinion, it's fun.
Nothing beats it.
I have more fun singing it. I have more fun. I sing it with my friends more.
I feel like
I love you, Dan.
the Bills ones just show like iconic. You just go up, you just go A, and then someone responds immediately.
Move on.
Jeez.
It's music. When you hear the ice cream truck music, you go for it. When you hear the Bills music, you go for it. When you hear the Eagles music, you are up. It's all the same.
Damn. All right.
Next game. Let's move on to maybe dumpster fire of a game. We'll take quarterback number 2 on the board. New England Patriots. And I'm not talking about picking Drake May. I'm saying that they're starting Jacoby Brissett. And my wide receivers, Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know what's happening with their wide receivers. Who knows? I don't know. Does anybody know? T. Higgins hurt? Jamar Chase wants the contract? I don't know.
Jamar better play.
Go ahead.
Are we just in point spread? Or just picking?
Just picking.
Give me the Bengals. Fun.
Yeah, give me the Bengals. This is not going to be close.
You just skipped Chris.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
I'm sorry.
You don't get to make a pick next. You're silenced.
Yeah, no, I'm picking the Bengals here too, though. I don't see New England walking out with a win.
No, neither do I. What a sweep of the brooms. Easy sweep. No question. Bengals easily win this game. If they don't, then I'm out of our class survivor pool. So hopefully,
I need the Eagles to win. I need the Eagles to win.
I need that extra credit, buddy.
I kind of put all my chips on that.
Week 1's crazy.
Hey, that man is Eagles fan through and through. If he dies,
I really didn't know who to pick. I really didn't know who to pick.
That's fair. It is at 8 in the morning.
So I was just like, you know what? I'll pick my Eagles.
It is at 8 in the morning. So anything you do in that class is a little bit fuzzy. Moving on.
That is true.
To the music stopped for some reason. I didn't know why. I'm like, whoa. Who's my quarterback? Pittsburgh Steelers. And we have a big Kirko, Atlanta Falcons. Joey G?
Atlanta Falcons in an absolute blowout.
An absolute blowout. I mean, this might be a close. I don't see a blowout, but I think the Falcons are still going to come out on top with Young Hoku kicking that game-winning field goal.
Young Hoku.
Yeah, I got the Falcons.
Oh wait, you're not supposed to make a pick.
Jeez,
pull your mic
Dan.
back down. You don't get it. You skip Chris. You don't deserve a pick. I get a pick. I'm also going to choose the Atlanta Falcons because I believe Big Kirko is going to do big O thing of O. Because I like to put an O against every word, almost O. Because that works O. Because it's Big Kirko in Atlanta with the Falcons O. Sure, that was a bunch of jumble. That was great jumble by me. Let's move on to the Mayo Man versus the Paint and Nail Man with the little bear claw.
Whoa.
Joey Cheese.
What game we got here?
Mayo Man, Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
And Mr. Bear Claw.
Rawr.
The Bears. Definitely the Bears in that one.
It's a sea bear attack. Yeah, I think the Bears are going to win. I know they got a rookie quarterback, but I think he's going to show out. It's in Soldier Field. Yeah. It's in Chicago. I think they're going to win.
Yeah, give me the Bears, and also give me the Falcons on that last pick.
Whoa, you had to sneak that one in.
Had to sneak that one in. You know what? I don't believe it in my heart of hearts, but because I want to be different, and because Mayo Man is going to show up like a milkman at my door and hand me a giant tub of mayonnaise and be like, "Thank you for believing in me." Or it's going to be his new scented fragrance, which I will just throw in the garbage. But I somewhat week one Mayo Man with a Tony Pollard, a Tajay Spears, and a Calvin Ridley. He has more experience. I'm just going to take it that it's week one, weird week one. Anything can happen. It's really hard to pick, but I'll take Mayo Man for once. Don't believe it. Still probably going to start Chicago defense in some league. Going to start him somewhere, but I'll be different and take Mayo Man. Moving on, let's get another stinker out of the way. No more Mr. Slant team, the New Orleans Saints. Now they just have a weak arm guy. And then, do we know how to play football? We don't know yet. Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints in that one. Another stinker.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Saints. I don't think Carolina's got it.
Give me the Panthers. I actually think they are a better team than the Saints, so I think they win this game. I don't think the Panthers make the playoffs, but I'm higher on the Panthers than most other people this year.
I am going Saints. I completely disagree. That third teamers on the Bills in preseason looked as good as first teamers.
They scored a touchdown in the one drive they had starters in.
Whoop-de-doo against third stringers.
I get it. I don't know. That was also the Panthers' only drive the starters
Jordan
played.
Matthews scored a touchdown. Woo-hoo.
It was Ian Thomas.
Yeah, that dude's still in the league.
But I don't know. I think Bryce Young is better than people give him credit for. I love Dave Canales, and I think Deontay Johnson's a good receiver. They upgraded that O-line a lot.
I'm not saying they'll end up completely horrible, but they'll still be bad. I mean, it's first-year coach, second-year quarterback without any really help from his first year.
Last year he had no help. His receivers were running into each other.
So I'm just going to take Saints that I trust Saints. I trust their defense. I don't like their coach, but I like Dennis Allen's defense is always pretty good. So
I think the Saints suck.
I'll take Dennis Allen here. Moving on, let's go to Sam Darnold returning to MetLife Stadium with Mr. I Got Paid Gritty Man. And the New York, we still have a football guy as our maybe he more like throws pick sixes guy now, but like he's still there. Daniel Jones, New York Giants, with thin Brian Dable, not big Brian Dable, thin, very important key. Joey Cheese.
I'm actually going to go with the Giants in this one. Minnesota without Kirk Cousins is not very good.
I'm picking Minnesota.
I'm picking Minnesota for two reasons, or two words I meant. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Minnesota as well. I think really with the Giants, the loss of Wink Martindale is going to ruin their defense.
I also
Wink
think
Martindale is a great defensive
I
coordinator.
think their defense is going to be the strong point this year.
I also think Daniel
they have
Jones.
the best.
Well, yeah, they have Daniel Jones.
Well, no,
Drew
I think the
Lock.
Vikings win, but I think the Giants have the best front seven in football. So, Dexter
That is
Lawrence,
that
Kayvon
is a
Thibodeau,
statement.
Brian Burns, Bobby Okereke. I mean, that's disgusting.
You're saying it wrong. It's Bobby Okereke.
That their top three pass rushers could easily hit 45 sacks this year. I would
love
not be
me some
surprised.
Bobby Okereke. Love that man.
Yes, he's a stud.
He is a
He's going
stud.
to eat behind that D line ahead of him.
He is.
Okereke. Tastes good.
Okereke. Moving on. Trying to see if we got major stinker. We have a team in Vegas. Gamble here, please. Las Vegas Raiders. And are we San Diego? Are we Los Angeles? We don't even know anymore. Do our fans know? We don't have any Los Angeles
I
Chargers.
was about to say they don't have any.
Gambit SoFi. Supposed to be 94 degrees. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
It's kind of toss up for me, but I think the Chargers are going to walk away with this at the end of the day.
Yeah, give me the team with the clear advantage at quarterback, and I'll go with the Chargers.
The only reason I'm going Chargers is because there's a key guy that is just going to run the ball the whole freaking time. And it's just going to be run after run after run after run after run after run. And then after 5 runs, it's the end of the game because they took forever. That's where I'm at. And that's the only reason I know Chargers will probably win is because they're going to run the dang ball. Let's move on to one guy's happy, one guy's disappointed, one guy's starting. Denver Broncos. Then do we trust Gino? I don't know. Do we? I don't know anymore. Can he cook? Maybe not. Who cares? Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks.
In Gino, we trust. Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Seahawks here. I don't think Bo Nix is going to win this first game.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks in a blowout. I actually have the Seahawks as my survivor pick, too. I'm going to think they're going to win 31-10.
Seahawks win. Seahawks. Yeah, it's clean sweep all around. I don't see Denver winning their first game. I just don't.
Yeah, I think
Denver
that's
winning many games.
Hard first game for Bo Nix.
Very hard first game, especially
in that stadium
against
too.
Mike McDonald defense.
Well, it's against former Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator, which is and Pete Carroll is still there, and Leslie Frazier is now there. He's there as an advisor.
Oh, Leslie Frazier's there. Never mind, their defense is going to suck. He's a bum.
But yeah, clean sweep for the Seahawks. Moving on, let's go to Mr. Boom Man, who is not here. Boom.
Shout
That's
out,
probably
Frank.
how he does it now. Boom.
Pew.
Pew. Pew. Pew. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and whenever they score, pew pew. Oh my God, that's gonna be
the new cannon sound.
New cannon sound. And then your stadium's falling apart, your team sucks, and nobody likes you, Washington Commanders.
Tampa Bay is favored by 3.5 points. So picking Washington called a major upset? I don't think so. You know?
I mean, my opinion, it'd be a big upset.
Yeah, so do I. But it's only 3.5 points. Give me Washington.
I'm going to go with my guy, Frank's team here. Boom! Pew, 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 pew. Frank, if you're listening, that's for you. Bucks are going to walk out with a win.
Yeah, give me the Bucks. Jane Daniels isn't good, so easy win for the Bucks here.
Give me the Bucks. I think there is going to be a little bit of uncertainty. I think Jane Daniels can be good in a Cliff Kingsbury offense. I mean, look at Kyler and Cliff Kingsbury offense. Pretty dang good.
But he fell off because that offense is predictable.
Right, but I
played too much COD too.
Right, played way too much COD. But I believe in Baker. I will do ceremonial. Boom! There we go. I broke the system.
Frank's here in spirit.
Red. Yep. Mm-hmm. Wherever he may be. Point up to this guy.
Probably
like he's
swinging golf balls.
What? Oh my God. Moving on, let's go to I hope your sideline doesn't get too hot for you, Miami Dolphins. And the we have long hair and be proud of it. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dolphins take the Battle of Florida.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Dolphins here. I mean, just Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I pick the Dolphins, but if the Jags win this game, I would not be surprised whatsoever. I think it's going to be a really close game.
I'm going with the Jags. I'm going to shockingly take the Jags. I don't think Vic Fangio is now gone for that Miami defense. I don't think that Miami defense is going to look the same. So I'm just going to take Jacksonville on a whim that they have a new offense. Gabe Davis might actually be a viable product for once.
I don't know. He's the wide receiver 3 on the team.
Wide receiver 2.
Brian Thomas Jr. and Christian Kirk are way better.
Christian Kirk's in the slot. He's not playing wide receiver 2 sets.
2
Doesn't
points
matter.
for you.
He's the slot. So
we knew Khalil Shakir was better than Gabe Davis last year, but Gabe Davis was still the wide receiver 2.
Yeah, but that's okay. Gabe Davis can be actually a wide receiver 2 though. And at the end, I just think there's too much uncertainty with the Dolphins in the sense of, do I still really trust Tua? Is that thumb for Tyreek? I don't think the thumb for Tyreek is anything. I'm just trying to prove a point. But, whatever, to get my point across. Moving on. Let's go. The first AFC South battle with we have wide receivers here, wide receivers there, wide receivers in your underwear, Houston Texans. And then he runs the ball a lot, Indianapolis Colts.
This could be a really, really good game. We got 2 young quarterbacks. I'm looking for Houston to take it on the road, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Houston here, too. I mean, just the year C.J. Stroud had last year, I think he's going to build on that, and we're going to see a game 1.
Yeah, I love me some Anthony Richardson. I think this game's going to be very close, but give me Houston to pull it out in the end.
I agree. Sweep all around. Houston wins the first battle of the AFC South. I'm going to predict. Stephon Diggs catches every single ball that is thrown to him, and he scores 20 touchdowns in one game.
And then I jump off a building at the school.
Oh, jeez.
Or actually the stadium, probably.
In-game.
Yes, mid-game I just jump off.
No, I said in-game. You want to do it in real life. In-game. Do it in Fortnite.
Sure.
Fortnite.
That's what I meant. Yeah, you're right.
Do it in Fortnite.
You're right. I meant it in Fortnite.
Yep. In-game.
Just play Madden 25 and you're good.
Yeah. You can boomstick
That would just piss me off even more. Men 25 is so unrealistic this year so far that I've played.
I don't have it, so.
I literally fumbled one time on 4 straight possessions just by getting tackled.
Did you turn off your console after that?
Turn off? No, I finished out the game. It was a franchise game, so it would have been deleted. So even though I was getting killed, I still played it out.
You got to get that progress. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, no, it's an online franchise. I was playing it, and
okay.
the game it doesn't save the games. So
I totally
didn't want to
forgot
screw
about
over
online franchise.
my friend that I was playing. But yeah, I fumbled 4 straight times by just getting tackled, and it pissed me off so much.
I've had it a week and haven't even opened it yet. I've been playing college so much.
I haven't barely been playing. It was the first game of Madden I played, and it was a couple days ago. I'm just so busy with now school and the radio, my podcast, football season. I just barely have time for video games.
There we go. Moving on to the Dallas Cowgirls and is our quarterback's shoulder okay? Maybe. Cleveland Browns.
I absolutely cannot stand the Cowboys. Picking them, it just doesn't seem fathomable. But Cleveland's atrocious. So I got to go with Dallas.
Do we know if CeeDee Lamb's playing?
He is.
He is? Okay.
I believe he got activated. From that.
As much as I hate to say it, yeah. I just don't see Cleveland winning this game. I got to go with Dallas.
I have no idea how Cleveland's favored to win this game. Apparently it's an upset to pick Dallas, but I was free odds for me to pick Dallas in this one because Dallas is winning this game.
It doesn't feel like it's,
it does not make any. Dallas is clearly the better team over Cleveland.
I don't know how they have Cleveland as favorites.
Cleveland's offense is just not good. Their quarterback sucks. Their running back isn't healthy. Their line's never healthy. Their receiving core outside of Amari Cooper is bad.
Well,
I mean, it's just basically their defense, but at least Dallas kids good players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I'm taking Dallas as well. I just think Dak contract year, he's going to rip up. I mean, I don't like to go against the Jim Schwartz defense. It's really tough for me to do.
Fair.
It really is, because Jim Schwartz is
Love Jim Schwartz.
The king of defenses.
I remember that 2014 Bills defense like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he is the king of defenses, and it's just, I just think Dak needs something to prove that he's still actually good, especially with Jerry kind of being the way that he is always.
Dumb.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm just going to take Dallas. CD goes off. He's going to say CDs in your mouth, huh? So that's probably what you do. Moving on, let's go to the last Sunday game.
No,
or second last Sunday game. I know, I always save the one for last. I forgot. I always forget once in a while. We have wide receivers if they don't get injured, Los Angeles Rams, and we have a team that likes Applebee's, Detroit Lions.
What? Wait, what is the Applebee's thing coming?
Did you
oh
not
my God,
see
that
the
commercial
Dan
is
Campbell?
so elite.
Dan
Like, that's
Campbell
so
and
good.
Applebee's, yeah. Dan
When they're
Campbell
ordering
is now on
food.
Applebee's. So I'm now assuming that if Dan Campbell does get fired from Detroit, at any point, I will see him at a local Applebee's. He will be serving me my pretzel sticks, and I will be happy.
Put the fries on the plate, sir.
Sir, please get me a straw.
Sir, I need a refill.
Please don't bite off my kneecap.
Sir, this isn't fourth down and long. You don't need to go for it here.
The game?
Yeah.
Detroit?
Detroit and the Rams.
Yeah, I like Detroit a lot this year. I'm going to take Detroit winning the opener.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Detroit here, too.
I do love the Rams this year, but give me Detroit at home.
Matthew Stafford. He is the man, the myth, the legend, Matthew, some middle name, Stafford.
I'm going to search that up for you real quick.
Thank you.
I know Josh Allen's middle name.
So do I.
Yeah, so do I.
So do I. Very common knowledge.
I know everything that needs to be known about that man.
The man who is coming back into the building he built. I mean, he did before, but again.
Oh, Matthew's
Stafford.
his middle name. His first name's John. It's John Matthew Stafford.
John Matthew
Wow, I feel
Stafford. I feel lied to for my whole life.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I thought this dude's name was Matt the whole time I've been watching him play.
Me too. I always call him Frat Stafford.
Now I need to call him John Stafford.
Jonathan Matthew Stafford.
It doesn't have the same ring as Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, Matt Stafford, Frat
But
Stafford.
screw it.
Matthew.
John Stafford is going back to the place he built, and he is going to show that Detroit Lion defense that is still horrible.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the
Still
Detroit
horrible.
Lions.
Adding DJ Weeder, Quinyon Mitchell, Carlton Davis. You really don't think that's going to make the defense
week
good?
one, baby. Anything can happen week one. And I think the Rams, Puka Nacua is healthy at least with his knee. Cooper Kupp's actually healthy too. So I'm going to take any game that, usually Puka and Cooper will see together.
Except for last year against Detroit in the playoffs.
Right. So, I just think they get an upset win. They prove everybody, hey, we're still here. We can still win games. Sean McVay is still he has his own coaching tree now. So the dude knows what he's doing.
That's fair.
So I just believe in McVay a little bit, and more than I want to bite my kneecaps off. I'm okay. I like my kneecaps right now.
If I didn't have the Lions in the parlay, I'd want the Rams to win. But since I picked the Lions in the parlay because I think they're going to win.
It's all because I believe in John Stafford.
And I believe in
What a
degenerate
name.
gambling.
Yeah.
I believe in internet gambling.
I just looked something up I'd like to share with you guys. The last time Cleveland and Dallas played in 2020, Cleveland won 49-38. Prescott was 41 of 58 with 502 yards, and he lost.
Oh, so that's why I'm
Oh,
basing
yeah,
it
when he
in
went
fantasy.
crazy for the first month before his ankle went bye-bye.
Yeah, his ankle went go
Yeah.
bye-bye. Oh, my God. Moving on to the Monday night game. Too bad we don't have Where is Hassan Reddick watch here. But, where is Hassan Reddick? Where can he be? The Jets don't care right now. They have a game to prepare
Spike
for.
doesn't care either. He actually wants him just gone.
No, that's fine. But Hassan Reddick watch, and hopefully our ACL doesn't break in 2 seconds this year, New York Jets. And we almost won. We almost did it. We just don't know overtime.
And our
San
head
Francisco
coach is
49ers.
a choker.
The 40 whiners.
The 40 whiners. Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay, I got Barkley out week 3.
What? That was
just remember that.
That was just so unnecessary. That was so unnecessary. We're not even talking Eagles.
Well, no, that's because I don't see Rodgers lasting past this game.
Oh,
that's why I brought that up. I love the guy, ex-Packer. I mean, don't get me wrong, but San Fran's going to win this game, and Rodgers is out.
Damn.
I'm going to go with a shock Jets win here.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just because I hate the 40 whiners.
That's fair.
Yeah, give me the Niners just because there's a lot, like at least the Niners have proved to be really good. The Jets have the ability, they just haven't proven it yet. So give me the proven team.
Giving the 49ers because I just had enough of Darkness Retreat, man. I just don't care anymore. I've had enough. I don't
just go back to listen to
Please
dolphin
go back
noises.
to the cave. Go back to the cave that you crawled out of to get out of that Darkness Retreat.
Ayahuasca.
You know, I heard New York alleyways are the same as Darkness Retreats.
Yeah, midnight.
Midnight New York alleyways might end up with being robbed, but hey, it was a Darkness Retreat.
But hey, at least you say you were New York City.
Right. And last, but not least, the best team that plays on Sunday at 1 o'clock that me and Chris are working during.
Why'd you have to remind me?
So sad. But
Bills make me
wanna shout. Okay. Bills and Cardinals. Go around.
The point spread is 6.5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking the Bills and just a straight pick. If the spread went to 7, I would take Arizona plus 7.
All right.
I'm taking the Bills by 1 billion to 14.
That's right. Josh Allen, all offseason, has been talked about how he's not this top 5 quarterback. He has no one to throw to. This offense is going to suck. This team's going to fall off. Week 1, he's going to come out and he's going to show why he is the MVP this year. Give me the Bills.
Hey. I know I needed to stop there. I didn't want to talk.
Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo.
Let's go, Buffalo.
Shout.
I'm taking the air. No. Give me the Buffalo Bills against the midget man himself. Mr. I am a dwarf and should be in Lord of the Rings. Does not have anything needed. He's short enough to be a freaking grenade in COD. I could throw Kyler Murray as far as a grenade, probably.
Look, all I know is the COD beta is out right now, so he's.
That's
busy. Where his head is.
Oh, he's too busy.
That's where his head is.
He's probably playing with Marvin Harrison as we speak, and Trey McBride. I hope they're all
Maserati
busy.
Marv.
I just think James Conner is probably like, what are you guys doing? What's happening here? He's going to be the only guy who knows the playbook.
And then Jonathan Gannon's just confused, and he's going to get that blank look.
Yeah, that blank, like, bug-eye look of just, what am I doing here? I'm Jonathan
How did
Gannon.
I get a head coaching gig? I'm Jonathan Gannon.
Why did Philly leave me here? Why did Philly just, like, drop me off and never come back?
Didn't he leave Philly?
Yeah, he left.
I thought they just dropped him off.
He straight up left after that Super Bowl. Because I think he had an interview with them like a week before or something like that.
Yeah.
I always like that they just left him there and then he's like looking away like, no, don't go.
Oh, bye.
No.
Wasn't the Super Bowl in Arizona that year?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that's why they left him there.
Yeah.
They just said, okay, this is your home now. Bye-bye.
Pack your bags. You're staying here.
Yeah.
Yeah, pack everything in this flight to the Super Bowl because you're not coming back.
Here. That's so great. Instead of going somewhere, pack your bags. You're staying here. I would love to be told that. I get to stay here. Woohoo.
In Arizona.
In Arizona.
Only during the winter. During the summer, please
with
get me out of there.
With my crappy field that injures a lot of players.
And crappy team.
Yes.
That sucks.
That always gets ruined by Midget Man playing COD.
Midget Man.
Midget Man.
Instead of Rocket Man.
It's a remix.
Midget man from Japan. There was Ultraman from Japan when I was younger.
Oh.
That's where I got that from.
Yeah, we never heard of that. That just threw us all off. It's just
Like, what did Kyler have to do with Japan?
Yeah.
He's from Texas.
I know.
It's weird. Everything's supposed to be bigger in Texas, except for their quarterbacks, apparently.
The old linemen are pretty big. Jeez. The old linemen that are in front of him are pretty big.
He should have played shortstop.
I still love the clip that he has to look at the Jumbotron just to see how the play's going. Because he can't look over the offensive lineman. So he's like, where's that Jumbotron? Hey, guys, where's that Jumbotron? I can't see it. It's too far up. I bet you all his teammates, like, whenever weather's coming, I showed this to Emma yesterday, when it starts raining, you have to let the little guys know, like, hey, in 5 minutes, it's going to start raining for you. Just so you know. Just so you know.
How's the weather down there, buddy?
Yep. I'm really hoping no Hail Mary again. No Hail Mary 2.0, please. I don't need Marvin Harrison to already be a superstar in that sense. I'm good. Hopefully Rasul just locks him down.
Well, we don't have the three amigos that allow that to happen because they all ran into each other.
That is true. We did get rid of all three of those amigos.
Well, one of them may come back.
Right, yeah.
One of them is on the Rams. I wish the best. And the other one is going to get burnt by every tight end he faces this year because he's washed and run player.
So the Bills injury report did come out a couple minutes ago. Cole Bishop, shoulder, full, no game status. Quinn Morris, shoulder, full. I sound like I'm William Attar going 4-4-4. But full for Quinn Morris, no game status. Curtis Samuel with his toe, full, no game status. Dwayne Smoot, a new one that appeared today with his toe, his big toe. Did not practice. It is now questionable. Javon Solomon with his oblique did not practice, and he is officially out of the game. So the first out of the Bills season. And then Mitchell Trybulski, with his knee, was limited full, and has no game status. So that means we might not be able to see Mike White if anything happens to Josh Allen, which I am sad because I do like Mike White, but I also like Josh Allen. I do not.
That's actually a little bit worrisome. Are we only going to have 3 healthy defensive ends?
Might be. And
do we have? Did Tuhill make the roster? Or he was one of the people that's on the practice squad. I don't remember.
I think Kingsley Jonathan is on the practice.
I know Kingsley Jonathan is. I think was it Smoot or Tuhill that made it over him? I know Smoot's on the roster, but I forgot which one made it over Jonathan.
It was. I'm forgetting too. It's okay. We'll get it up here in a second.
It was right next to it was depth chart.
Well, yeah, I know. I clicked the wrong one. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Casey Tuhill.
Okay, so we still got 4 then because we're without Smoot and Solomon. So, all right.
Yeah.
Because I was worried, are we not going to have a normal rotation?
I'm thinking you're going to bring one up now. I'm thinking you're going to.
Oh, they're going to elevate. Oh, yeah, I forgot we get elevations. Probably Kingsley Jonathan then.
I would think so.
That would make a lot of sense.
I would think that's where they're going to go. So then also the Arizona Cardinals for their game status injury report. And no, I did not want a new tab. No, thank you. They have 2 questionables, and safety Joey Blount with a back, and tight end Tip Riemann with an ankle. Yeah, that is a name. I was like, that is a name. He likes to catch the tip of the ball. Ding, ding, ding. And then there's one out with the wide receiver. Not anybody important. Xavier Weaver. He likes to weave up his oblique.
What's the injury with Darrington Evans, the guy we traded for, the kick returner?
That's not Evans. And Evans on the practice squad.
Injury.
That's the dude we traded for at the Jets, and he's not injured.
Yeah, no, Codrington is not injured. Brandon Codrington.
Darrington Evans, he's on like season-ending IR, but he wasn't.
That's not the guy we traded for. Okay,
we didn't trade for him.
No, I got you. Okay, he's listed as a starter for a kicking return, punt return. Is he our returner?
No, I don't know where do you have it? Where does it have it that he's listed as the return man?
On our lead depth charts. Are you on a Bills site?
We're on ESPN. Yeah, Darrington Evans is the third on the kick return, but he's on IR. Ty Johnson is the backup on kick return, or the two.
Who do you got for punt return, kick return?
Just Codrington.
Yeah, Brandon Codrington. That's the dude.
That's
we
why you traded for
the
him.
Jets.
You're not going to trade for him if he's not going to do both.
That's who. Is that not who I just said?
No, you said Darrington Evans.
I got the two of those guys confused.
Oh, yeah, Codrington's fully healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So besides that,
You had me confused for a second.
Well, I was confused.
Besides that, I do not see Hunter Henry will play this Sunday. Whoop-de-doo. Love Hunter Henry. Who cares? It's Hunter Henry. Hate that guy. Had him in fantasy one year. Despised it. Just utterly despised. Oh, Chris, you want to talk about your Eagles a little bit more? About this game tonight?
Yeah, I just read a funny tweet speaking about that. The
Perfect
tush
timing.
push is being called something else today.
Oh.
The Brazilian butt lift.
Not the Brazilian butt lift.
You gotta love Twitter, man.
That
Undefeated.
Perfect backup name. I gotta admit that deserves 10 out of 10.
I mean, just to rename it for today, just because it's in Brazil. Yeah.
Perfect.
Amazing.
No, I gotta admit that has to be promoted now. What the heck?
I literally was just scrolling through Twitter, and then I see it was his Eagles fan account or whatever posted that.
Oh,
I was like, no way.
I did forget about since you mentioned Twitter. The Ravens yesterday when they posted the Isaiah Likely touchdown, and then it's like,
oh
no,
yeah,
it's not.
Context. Yeah, the context. No, it's not.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Like what perfect context notes for the Baltimore Ravens. That is something that will live forever.
I wonder how the admin felt afterwards. Who posted that for the Ravens?
Just depressed. Just depressed. I gotta admit, to get done by Twitter notes. Oh. That's not the way you want to go. That's the poor admin.
Yeah.
And now it's screenshotted forever. It's never gonna leave.
That's just gonna be a thing forever.
Yep. Oh yeah. I couldn't believe that on Twitter. Twitter is a blessing.
Twitter
and a curse.
stays undefeated, man. I'm telling you.
Twitter is a blessing and a curse.
You guys, who the announcers are tonight on Peacock?
I think it's again Tirico and Collinsworth because it's NBC. So if you like hearing Chris Collinsworth talk about Patrick Mahomes more,
yep,
there you go.
In a game that he's not even playing.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't believe they're doing the game right after too. I mean, that's gotta be a quick carryover for you gotta do a flight. You gotta get there
all the way to Brazil too.
Yeah, which takes I think 10 hours.
From Kansas City to Brazil. I don't
Probably
know.
a little less than 10 hours, maybe a 7, 8.
Wow.
Because it was, I believe, I heard 10 from Green Bay.
10. I think 10 from Philly too.
Okay, so it's about equal.
Yeah.
Distance.
Where's the prep work? Usually they sit down with the coaches and stuff like that and talk to them and.
Well, they probably either did it
already.
They probably already did it, or they're going to do it there before the game. I mean, that's the two ways to do it. I mean, you don't have to do prep work so much in advance. I mean, they probably got some special things because it's in Brazil and it's their first time in Brazil, and there might be a special opening or something.
They're probably going to be
that's going to extend it by an hour. Yeah.
We went here to Brazil, this and that. I'm going to show off Brazil, be like, oh, yeah, it's a great place.
Is Roger going to be there tonight? Is Mr.
Good question.
Roger Booman Goodell. I just found a video of the Eagles dancing.
Yeah, they're having a great time down there, seems like.
Time. Yeah.
So you would hope with those vibes that they'll have a good game, but we'll see.
You never know. I'm really interested to see how the field goes.
Yeah.
Because that's always a big worry. How good is the field at the end of the day?
Especially it being...
I'm also excited to see the brand new Eagles offense and defense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all new.
I mean, I'm excited to see what Saquon does. I'm excited to see... Well, not excited because Jason Kelsey's not there, but...
As long as Jason,
just to see what his back Cam Jurgens does.
Jalen Hurts can't hurt me, I'm okay.
Yeah, Tanner's got him. tonight. So I want Jalen Hurts to do good, but at the same time, Tanner
But
has
you
him.
skyrocketed after Travis did nothing last night.
I'm just hoping that my bets hit. That's
of course you want money. No, I would want to make sure they lose.
The one I got for
I
tonight,
like money.
I got the Jalen Hurts free line and underdog. Then I have a Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. Saquon over 64.5 rushing yards, and Christian Watson under 38.5 receiving. That's one of my bets. That's when I have an underdog, and then a FanDuel. I just got some random ones, like some alt lines that I just did to have super safe bets.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't usually like to bet just because. I mean, when I first turned 21, I was super into it because it was like, ooh, something I've never been able to do before. Then I kind of like slowed down, and I'm like, now I'm here where I'm just back to, I don't really feel like betting on it. I'd rather just play fantasy and win money that way. I'm better at winning fantasy games than I am betting on games. So and Joey Cheese is my first victim this week, so. I'll keep saying that.
So you're a fantasy man, not a reality guy?
I like fantasy a lot.
Yeah,
I do.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Fantasy football is the greatest thing ever.
It is key to my 5-month.
Is that what determines your mental health for the next 5 months?
Fantasy football and the Bills is all that controls my mental health for the next 5 months.
No, those two things are the only thing that, like, Bills lose Sunday, don't talk to me the rest of the day Sunday. They lose on Monday, don't talk to me Monday.
After we lost to the Chiefs, I literally called them to work the next day.
Yeah, I know.
I woke up and I'm like, nope, not going into work, and went back to sleep.
I've learned my lesson after a Bills loss with Dan.
Yeah.
It sucks, though.
Yeah.
I still love you, though, buddy.
Man texted me.
After a Bills loss, the rest of the day, I just don't talk to anyone. I just sit there mindlessly throwing through TikTok to waste time.
Mine and Chris's story is the best because when the Bills and Eagles played, he texted me right after the Bills lost in overtime.
Good game.
And he said, good game, buddy. I said, shut up, Bill. I'm just like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, I totally understand.
I feel like we take it way more seriously than other fan bases. Like, we take a loss with, like, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've never experienced a Super Bowl where we could be like, all right, at least we had joy that one time. Every season ends in pain, so we're so used to it that it hurts more.
Well, not every season. Let's not, I mean...
no, every season ends in pain some way or another.
I would not say that making the playoffs the first time after 17 years ended in pain.
Okay, that's right, but we still don't win a Super Bowl. I'm saying we've never won a Super Bowl, and that's, I think, what makes it worse.
That's a hard thing to do.
I know, but that's what makes it so painful for us, because we're so passionate, and then to not have it happen yet, and we just want it so badly.
There's some way to take that, but there's also, like, I wasn't alive for most of the time that the Bills have been around, so I take everything before that, and I don't recognize it, because it's like, I wasn't alive. Like, I don't care. You can use 4 Super Bowls against me. I don't care. Like, it didn't happen to me when I was alive. Like, if you say that to my dad, that's going to be a different reaction, probably. But if you say that to me, like, probably the most hurtful thing you can say is 13 seconds. That is probably, at this point, the most hurtful thing. And anything before that, even if we haven't gotten a Super Bowl, I mean, really, it's like my whole life, and probably same with yours too, Alex, was drought. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jeff Toole, EJ Manuel.
Oh my God, Jeff Toole, that one game against
Toole,
the
that
Chiefs.
one season. Nathan Peterman, Tyrod Taylor.
There was what's his face? Not Colt McCoy. I always get it mixed up with Colt McCoy. He was from Denver. He came over for the Kyle Orton.
Yeah, Kyle Orton.
Yep.
Matt Castle, AJ McCarron.
This sounds like the Cleveland
Nathan
Browns
Peterman.
bad quarterbacking.
It was for
no, and then as soon as the Bills got good, the Bills will enter their own.
Right.
And then as soon as the Bills got good is when the Sabres get into their long drought.
Right. Is this the Royals?
It's like either one or the other.
Yeah.
It really is.
Because the Sabres were really good throughout the 2000s.
Heck yeah. I remember that Sabres team.
And then they suck, and then they start sucking. Now finally the Bills are good. And then as soon as the Sabres probably won't make the playoffs as long as Josh Allen's in Buffalo, because, again, we can only have one or the other.
Right.
And we have Josh Allen, so that means the Sabres are just cooked for the next decade.
Yeah. That sounds.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's gonna do it for the show. We're at 3:56. We're gonna end a little early today, but that's fine. You know, we don't have to go to 4 every time. So we're gonna do this a little old style. we're going to go around, give our socials, and after that, give our final goodbyes. Joey G, starting with you.
Oh, me? You can find me in the parking lot most days after school. That's where I'm hiding out.
Chris?
You can follow me on Twitter at cjacobello17.
Alex?
You can follow me on Instagram at amiley21, Twitter at ajbud7, and on YouTube on the Sports Lab Podcast.
And you can find me on Twitter at _D_WNY. I haven't done that in a while. Need to fully do the Y for it to be correct. Go Bills. Go Jessica Pagula tomorrow. Go Eagles. Go Boom. Go Boom. Duval. Yeah. I took Duval. Go Duval. Don't go Jets. Yeah. That just would feel weird to say. And we will see you Monday. Have a great weekend.